Welcome back to the channel. My name is Thomas Fletcher and I'm the host of the LCSW network. If you're new to the channel, please do me a favor by smashing that like button, by subscribing to the channel, and by sharing this video with your social work colleagues and friends. The purpose of this channel is to create a community of hope and support, where social workers can come for relevant news, information, and inspiration. Well, welcome back to Self-Care Saturday. Welcome back to Season 4, Episode 30 of our Self-Care Saturday series. So in today's show, I would like to highlight the fact that we are still in November. This is November 2023. And I would like to highlight Movember, or Men's Health. And just encourage my fellow brothers out there of all persuasions. You know, I'm not singling out any ethnicities or any nationalities. I'm saying across the board, as men, we need to do better in terms of taking care of ourselves, our physical health, our mental health. You could probably even add spiritual health for that matter, because as men, unfortunately, we're still leading in terms of negative outcomes like suicide, especially if you're a male of an older age demographic. Older men tend to have higher rates of suicide, but even among the lower aged men, we see rates are high. You know, and then when you look at different ethnic demographics, you know, you see white males are usually older white males are usually have the highest rates, but there's other ethnic groups like Native Americans and Hispanics and even African Americans. Our suicide numbers have gone up significantly. So this really requires us to be taking better care of ourselves and to make sure that we're getting checkups, at least annual health checkups. So I just want to remind men to make the intention of making those appointments and then following through. It's not enough just to make the appointment. We actually have to attend these appointments and making sure that we're getting checked up, you know, from head to toe. Prostate exams, testicular exams, blood tests, lab work. Lab work is very important because lab work can catch things in early stages, right? So it's really important, men, that we take care of our physical health and our mental health, right? Our mental health. Oftentimes as men, we are, as men in this current age, 2023, we're not necessarily getting as much support as our female counterparts, you know, and women tend to do a better job of maintaining relationships through the lifespan than men do. Probably because of the way that we're socialized as men. We're socialized to be self-sufficient and pull ourselves up by our bootstraps, but we have to reach out for support, you know, friends, family members, professional help. You know, if we are spiritually active, you know, reaching out to members of our spiritual communities for support. You know, if we're veterans, reaching out to the VA, Veterans Affairs. It's really, and as older men, we probably need to do a better job of mentoring and providing support to younger generation men. You know, all over the internet this year, there's been discussions about the loneliness epidemic, especially among men. And this is where, you know, we need to look to our left and to our right and reach out to support other men. And sometimes, you know, as men, it's hard for us to ask for help, right? Even for something like directions, right? I'm not lying on that, you know. So it's really important that, again, this is November. So this is just a friendly reminder to my fellow men out there that we need to take care of ourselves. And here's some self-care tips that I wanna just leave for your consideration. Physical exercise. Physical exercise is really important, you know, and that comes in a variety of ways, right? I've talked about many types of physical exercise on this channel. Walking is the best type of exercise because it doesn't require any equipment, right? But there's a plethora of exercise, physical exercise, that as men we need to engage in on a regular basis, right? Nutrition, especially as we get older, nutrition becomes very important, right? So if we need to consult with a professional to improve our nutrition, let's do that, you know. Again, going back to getting those appointments for physical health, you know, again, if you have questions about your nutrition, when you see your healthcare provider, ask him or her to put in a consult for a dietitian or a nutritional specialist to talk to you, right? Another area that we as men need to do better is sleep hygiene, right? As somebody who served in the reserve component of the Army for the last almost 12 years, I see the younger men that I serve with, and older men too, kind of depending on like the energy drinks like Monster. And I'm not picking on Monster, but that's just one out of many, you know, energy drinks. Red Bull's another one. And of course, you know, the more that we drink energy drinks, the more that it's going to have a negative impact on things like sleep, right? So we need, you know, sleep hygiene is really important, and I'll leave it at that. Another area is, again, our relationships, family relationships, friends, professional relationships, intimate relationships. We as men, again, we need to step up and do better in terms of fostering and maintaining healthy relationships, okay, especially with each other, you know. And lastly, I would say spiritual, and I'm not referring to the religious aspects. When I say spiritual, I'm referring to where do we get a sense of purpose from? You know, for some of us it is religious. For many of us, it's maybe it's our livelihood, it's our career, it's the work that we do. But what gives your life a sense of purpose? And I think this one is really important because I think this is connected to the loneliness epidemic that we see in this country, especially among men. I think the spiritual aspect is connected to the high rates of suicide that we see among men, right? So again, I want to encourage all of the men out there that let's all of us do everything that we can to take care of our minds, our bodies, and our spirits. And let's keep looking out for each other. Let's be an encouragement and inspiration to the men around us, the men in our lives. And for the women out there that are watching, I want to encourage you to continue to be sources of support and encouragement that you are in the lives, you know, of the lives of the men that are in your lives, your brothers, your nephews, your sons, your husbands, your fathers. As you know, women are the caregivers, continue to be the primary caregivers um, around the world. And I want to thank you for all the care that you provide to the men in your lives, and keep being there to support the men in your lives. And overall, we all need to support one another, right? We all need to support one another, men, women. We need to keep supporting each other and encouraging each other to practice as much self-care as we can. All right, so I'm going to stop right there, but I want to thank you all for watching this video. For all the social workers and other licensed mental health professionals, thank you for the work that you do every day, for your clients, for your agencies, and for the profession. Please continue to support each other and yourselves. Bye for now.